Hello everybody. So today we're going to do an experiment I've never done before. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but we're going to make a cool little plastic toy or like plastic pendant out of milk. Now you could make a heart, you can make a letter, whatever cookie cutters you have at home. So the only one I really have is this flower, so I'm going to be using this flower. But I want to remind you that there is a special day coming up, Father's Day. So if you want to make like a heart or something, or maybe the first letter of your dad's name as a special present for him, that could be a good idea too. But I only have this flower here, so I'm going to use a flower. So what you do need to make the mold is going to be some sort of cookie cutter. You're also going to need milk, obviously, white vinegar, and food coloring, and a couple other pieces of equipment that we'll talk about later. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is put about a cup of milk in my little saucepan here. I'm not big on measuring. People should measure. I'm just not big on it. Now, I have a nice little stove behind me, so I'm going to go heat it up on the stove. You can also heat it up on the microwave, but not in a saucepan, in a microwave-safe bowl. So I'm going to heat it up on the stove till it's like just starting to boil, and then I'm going to go on to the next step. Okay, so now my milk is all heated, so I'm going to take some vinegar. And I'm going to put a couple teaspoons in. It says 4 teaspoons. I'm just going to put a couple teaspoons in. It's just what I do. And now I'm going to stir it for probably about a minute. You want to watch. It's going to get all clumpy, your milk. You're going to see like big clumps appear in your milk. Whoa, look how fast that happened. Did you see that? Look at those clumps. You do not want to drink this milk anymore. So I'm just going to keep stirring for about a minute and let all these clumps come out. This is all stuff you're probably going to need your mommy and daddy to help you with. Soon we're going to get to the part there you can do all by yourself. So you see all these clumps that formed? That's what I want to see. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the sink. Here, I'm going to take you with me. All right, you can see in the sink now. I'm going to take my clumpy milk and pour it into a strainer. I'm supposed to have a fine mesh strainer, but I don't have one right now, so I'm just going to pour it into a strainer like this. Now I have all this clumpy milk right here. I'm going to wait for it to cool down a bit before I go on to the next step so I don't burn myself. I'm going to wash out my pot. I'll come back when it's cooler. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this spoon, I'm going to scoop out my clumpy milk into this bowl with the paper towel. A mesh strainer would have been good. I couldn't find mine. Now I have all my clumpy milk in here. I'm going to squeeze out any of the extra moisture. See all that water coming out? I'm going to squeeze it all out. All right, so next I'm going to add some food coloring to my colors, to my plastic, to make colors. Let's see, what color should I use today? I'm thinking if I do a drop of red, maybe I'll get a nice pink. I'm going to take my spoon and mix it up. So I decided to get some gloves so that I can mix it better because I didn't want to get food coloring on my fingers. If you don't mind getting food coloring on your fingers, you don't need gloves. Look at that beautiful pink plastic. I think for the next one, I'm going to add a little drop of blue. I don't know if you guys noticed, but blue is like one of my favorite colors. So I took some parchment paper and put it on a pan just so it doesn't stick to anything. And I'm taking my mold. I'm going to put my plastic in my mold. I'm going to squish it in. So right up against the sides. I might need to make more for mine. If you have smaller molds, it'll probably work a little better. I'm going to squish it into my mold. All right. So here, my plastic is put inside my little cookie cutter. And I pushed it in with my finger to make it nice and flat. Now, all I have to do is wait for it to dry. It could take a couple days, so I have to be very patient. So I'm gonna go put it to the side and wait for it to dry. And then when it's dry, I can take it out and I have a cool shape made out of plastic. Hi everybody, so it's been about 2 days and my flour is dry. And it's hard and it's good to go. I wouldn't keep it forever. I'd keep it for maybe a couple weeks and see what it looks like. So let me know what you make. It's a cool experiment and it really did work. Have fun. Bye.